Hey everyone, I just want to make a short video on why skill wipes are actually not enough of a solution to the current problem with cheating in Skyblock, and why for top players they should just start banning. Because hear me out, it's a controversial take, but it is actually the accurate take, because currently skill wipes don't actually do anything. They're not a punishment for top players, especially people like, so Nashes and AverageSweat got banned yesterday, or like 7 hours ago. They both got beamed for cheating in a dungeon run. And when you go to these top players, I forgot I closed this. You can see that they're all in co-ops with their alts, and they all instantly co-op kick themselves, get all their items back, and then free Nashes and Scott. But anyway, and then instantly start ban evading on these alts. And the problem is that when you're an endgame player, skills don't mean very much. What you're actually grinding for every day is both coins, collections, and bestiary. And just straight skills isn't actually really a punishment. Like for the top 100 net worth leaderboard, 50% plus of them have been skill wiped once in the past because a lot of them cheat. And they're all still top net worth because it's not a punishment. And they just continue about their days like nothing happened. Like AverageSweat and Nashes both got banned for 365 days. That's not a first offense. That's a third offense because there's no punishment for actually doing it. Like they got banned for 30 days, then 90 days, now 365 days. And the thing is, like I'm going to use Death Streaks as an example. Not saying he cheats, just saying he's a fairly progressed player with skills that are good at my demonstration. So Combat 60 takes about 100 million XP. He has 2.1 billion XP. So that's going from 21 to 22. That's like 5% more combat XP than what he has. And with rev trading, you can get that back in literally like 2 days. Mining, foraging, and farming, you get with Jerry boxes. And then taming you get naturally. And then you're already a pretty much max player for actual gameplay. You already have your unlocks. You already can do stuff like wear wither goggles and use a Hyperion. Well, not wear wither goggles, but you can still use a Hyperion because you have F7 completion. You still have all your Slayer, like we go to Nashes, and that's what takes the longest. Something like all Slayers level 9 takes longer than all skills maxed, to be honest. And you get to keep it. You know, your Enderman 9 still, Wolf 9, Spider 9, Zombie level 9. And Bestiary, which these people, specifically Nashes and AverageSweat, don't have that much. But if you're someone like Death Streaks and you're cheating, which is the main thing he's going for is bestiary, you don't lose anything. You still have all your bestiary. And that's like the main thing that takes the longest in the game to max. You still have all your collections. And it just encourages cheating because when you're someone like this and all you're doing is spending hours and hours and hours in the game, and you know that if you were to get caught, the punishment is like maybe 2 weeks downtime, maybe 1 week to get your essentials, and then like 3 weeks after that to get completely hypermaxed after that again. And that's if you get caught. And most of them don't get caught. So the punishment is like non-existent. Skill wipes mean almost nothing because you keep your main progress. What takes years to get is your net worth. And then your items and your collections and all that. And then your skills, which you get naturally, way past what you actually need, you get to keep. And like someone like AverageSweat, just as my example, his ult is Mr. Ice Guy. He's already online on his ult right now, ban evading. He's already probably grinding on his ult. And within a day, he'll co-op kick himself, get his items back, and then grind the entire time on his ult. Like nothing happened because he still has all his items. He still has everything that really mattered. And yeah, you know, on his ult, he won't have his Enderman, Slayer, and Dungeons levels or whatever, but they still play a ton, so it's not like he can't get those back easily. And it's just a flawed system with skill wipes because a skill wipe doesn't really encourage you to not cheat. As I was mentioning, out of the top 100 net worth, I'd say every person I know personally on it, not like a YouTuber that I just know off of YouTube, but every person I know personally, or not everyone, but out of the people I know personally, 80% of them have duped in the past or actually just cheated in the past or macroed or whatever. And they're all still completely fine. Like, Wise Drag, I don't know. Let's see what his profile looks like right now. What his net worth is. He still probably has the same name. Oh, it's disabled right now. He macroed for about 6 months straight. Or no, like 5 months straight. He had a forum post about it where he revealed all the stuff he did, and he got up to like 40 bill net worth. Then he got skill wiped for it. He was macroing for coins for months and in the Dwarven mines, and he didn't lose anything. And that's the problem with all these skill wipes is coins are really the main thing that takes the longest to get. Like, people argue it isn't, and you're right, other things take longer, but just straight skills is not what takes longer. Especially ones like combat, mining, foraging, farming, which you just instantly get back, especially alchemy. The only ones that take a little bit of time is fishing and foraging, but even then, those are pretty quick. Like, you'll get your skills when you have all your money and collections and everything else done, and that's the only thing you have to worry about. Like, this is the only thing they lose, so that's the only thing they have to focus on in the game, besides catacombs. And you do it in like 2 weeks. It's a flawed system. It's not a punishment. And so that's my point. The admins need to rework it. I'm not saying they have to full wipe people, but they need to increase the severity of it, because currently it's not really a punishment, and too many people know that the risk to reward is better and that it's just better to cheat. Like, because of how it is, I mean, I think Shady Add-ons released their info a while ago, and it was like 60% of Catacombs 50 people used Shady Add-ons. It was like 70% of Enderman Slayer 9 people did. Then it was like 80% of Overcat 55 people. And then out of the like top guild, it was like 60% of the top guild uses it. And it's just, the problem is there's no incentive not to. They know the risk is maybe a couple people get banned every month, a couple top net worth players. They'll use their ult for a little bit, and then they'll get everything back because of all their other friends that are cheating and will carry them. And then there's no actual punishment. So just saying, they need to rework that system, because as someone like myself, which all I do is focus on coins, all I do is grind and flip, like I don't play for skills. When people can macro and cheat for months and then keep everything, it's just really demotivating, because it's like, for myself, I'm not going to cheat, and I never have cheated. But if I wanted more money, I could just download cheats, macro for months, and I would lose literally nothing of importance to me. Like, my skills, yeah, I would be disappointed that I wouldn't have my combat and everything, because I don't play that much, and it would be a pain to get that back. But it's not really a loss. And I know that there's a 0% chance that I'd actually lose anything in the long term. All my items would be back. I know a lot of people are talking about like, oh, I just got skill wiped, but oh, I have all my minions down. I can't wait to get my free 2 billion coins when I get unbanned, or 3 billion coins. And it's like, you're not even losing anything. You play on an ult, and then they ban evade, and then they don't lose anything. So it just needs to be reworked. This is kind of a rant video. It was a little longer than I meant to do. I even recorded this once before, and it was longer than I meant. But it's just important to me, and it's a shame to see how many of the top players cheat, because they know it's like it's not what you have to do, but it's so encouraged, so highly encouraged, that people like AverageSweat and Nashes that are always going to be cheaters and will always cheat whenever they get back on. And it's not their fault. It's because that's just the mindset that Hypixel promotes. Like, without their like actual strict punishments and how low chances people get banned, like the chance of you getting banned is low, and then the punishment isn't bad anyway. It's like, what's the point? So they need to work on that first before anyone will stop cheating, because with the current, punishments and how common everything is, it's just endgame players are always going to cheat because the risk reward is there for them to cheat, and they need to rework it. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this little rant, and you can leave a comment on what you think they should do about it. I'm not saying they should full wipe people. I think I might have said that, but that's not my actual idea. I think they just need to rework it in some way to make it more impactful. Maybe make it so that you not get IP banned while you're banned, but like make it so ban evading's harder, or at least make it so you lose more actual unlocks when you get banned, because especially people that are macroing for coins, they don't lose anything. And then someone like AverageSweat or Nashes that have everything that they need to be able to get their skills back instantly, that shouldn't be a thing. Like, it should be more difficult to get back to where you were, at least after getting skill wiped. But anyway, It's my 2 cents. Thanks for watching. Peace.